Hello everyone, this is Todd, middle initial C. Walker. Yes, that's right, it's me. And recently I did a video kind of comparing or telling people which brand I prefer between Martin and Taylor. I've had a tremendous number of comments, probably 600 or 800 or so. It's amazing to me how many people are extremely loyal to one brand or the other, and they just say good things about their brand and say bad things about the other brand. But then again, there are people who own both who say they're both great guitars, both great companies. I use my Martin when I want to play this type of music. I use my Taylor when I want to play this kind of music, but I love both of them. And then, of course, there's someone who usually says something like, well, yeah, I guess they're okay, but I prefer my Yamaha, or I prefer my Guild. Had someone this morning say, well, what about James Goodall guitars? Which are, if you've never heard of James Goodall guitars, they're a boutique line out of California, formerly out of Hawaii. Very expensive, very nice, not for the everyman player for sure. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to take a Martin guitar, which I have here. It's my friend Dan's OM21. This is an older one. It has a solid Sitka Spruce top with a rather pale matchbook set of Indian Rosewood. Being an OM, it's a 25.5-inch scale length with 1 3/4 inch nut width. It has a brand new set of D'Addario light gauge strings on it, tuned to pitch. The other guitar that we're going to compare it to today is my Blueridge BR-163, which is made by Saga, S-A-G-A, musical instruments made in China. They've been around a long time. They started making guitars which are, and still do, which are pretty much Martin lookalikes, but then again, pretty much everybody makes Martin lookalike guitars. They really do. If you're number one, people will follow. Anyways, this also has a solid Sitka Spruce top and solid Indian Rosewood back and sides. It's just a darker set of Indian Rosewood. Again, 25.5-inch scale length, although this one has a nut width of 1 11/16 inches. This one has an older set of Elixir strings on it, and if I remember correctly, these could be, well, I don't think they were pre-COVID, but they're a number of years ago. I played this guitar quite a bit. This is one of my main songwriting guitars. If I just want to sit on the couch and fool around with something, try to come up with a song, this is the guitar. Now, you heard both of them in the beginning of the video doing a little fingerstyle. Let's hear some more sounds with a Zoom recorder sitting out in front like I did in the opening. So what did you think? Which one do you think sounds better? Of course, as we know, they're going to sound different just because guitars do that. You could have two of the same year Martin OM21s or two of the same year Blueridge BR-163s. They will sound different even though they're the same brand, same model, same woods, everything. That's just the way guitars are. But I'm curious, by you listening, which one you prefer of the two. Now, the thing you have to understand is a Blueridge BR-163 new right now will cost you $1,149 or $1,150. If you can find one in good condition used, it's probably going to be somewhere between $600 and $750. If you purchase a brand new Martin OM21, it's going to run you $2,999, depending on where you purchase it from. If you can find one used, and there are a fair number on the market used right now. This is one of them. This is listed on Reverb. And they'll range anywhere from like $1,850 to $2,150. There are some which are older, like 1950s versions, that'll be up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I even saw one for $10,000. A little high for me. What I think, sound-wise, is that the Martin, maybe a little warmer, a little fuller, has that nice Martin warmth, taking nothing away from the Blueridge. I thought the Blueridge, and I still think it sounds really, really good. It's just a little more brash sounding, maybe. That's the way I hear it. Of the two guitars, from a playability standpoint, they both intonate really well. They both tune really, really well. They're both tuned to pitch right at the moment. And I normally play my guitars a full step down, but I tuned up my BR-163 for this demonstration. I found or find that from a comfortability standpoint, I like playing the Blueridge more than I like playing the Martin OM. Nothing wrong with the Martin. I just think that, and the neck shape is kind of a C shape, maybe slightly, or D shape, I should say. No, more C. At 1 3/4 inch, feels a little chunky to me. It's not chunky, it just feels that way. So it's a little more, it's not quite as comfortable for me to play as the Blueridge. Then again, it's just personal preference. It's whatever you feel like playing when you play these two guitars. And of course you can't because I'm doing the video and I have them in my possession. Anyway, I hope to get some comments from you telling me which one you think. Well, let's put it this way. Do you think the sound of the Blueridge sounds good enough to compete with the Martin? Now remember, there's a huge price difference. Or do you think that if you're in the market, you're just going to save your lunch money and wait and buy the Martin? I'm just curious what you're going to think. Anyways, thanks so much for listening. I do appreciate the fact that you watch my videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You can always hit that like and subscribe and that little bell, bing, that tells you every day when you have new videos coming out by me or other people if you've subscribed on theirs. And have fun playing your guitar, because that is the whole reason we play in the first place, other than attracting women, which doesn't work for me. At least I don't think it does. Maybe I'm just not observant enough to know. Anyways, have fun playing your guitar. If you're not having fun playing your guitar, maybe you're out of practice, or maybe you need a different guitar, so take a drive down to your local guitar shop, try out the different guitars, take the one you own now so you can compare yours with some of the other ones, and maybe you'll walk home with a brand new guitar and have a lot of fun. So thanks again for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.